Hey there. People are still asking about new home construction in the Tampa Bay area. Lots of them are on YouTube watching videos, pretty much like you are right now. Well, you're in luck. I'm going to take you out to a brand new subdivision. I mean, how new? Well, there's still a lot of dirt out here. Company of Hillcrest is just opening up for building. Right now, there is one of the 4 planned builders with models open. The other 3 builders are selling homes pretty much without models. This video is going to go over where Hillcrest is, who's building, what amenities are going in, and how much it's going to cost you to live here. And it's not that bad. My name is Mike Lavoie. Welcome to the channel. If you've been paying any attention, you should have been seeing that the Tampa area has been growing for better than 10 years, moving basically in a circle out from Tampa. Villages to the south, like Parrish or Palmetto, Fort Lonesome, have had massive growth. Out east of Tampa, cities like Valrico and Plant City are now experiencing that growth. But north of Tampa, Pasco County in particular, has gone spastic. By now, everyone has heard of Wesley Chapel and its growth. There's Lutz, Land O'Lakes, and actually Land O'Lakes was named the hottest neighborhood to move to in the country. Open space around there is pretty much not available, not enough for any major development. So the developers expanded the circle of growth to State Road 52. It's about 15 miles north of Wesley Chapel. And that's where you'll find the topic of this video, Hillcrest Preserve. At one point in time, 52 was pretty much very rural. It still is, but with a few new wrinkles. Communities like Tampa Bay Golf and Tennis Club or Lake Jovita Country Club have been out there for decades. Development really got kicked into gear 4 or 5 years ago with the lagoon community of Epperson Ranch, followed by Morrison. Both of them are huge, I mean like thousands of home huge developments, complete with their own lagoons. Connerton, which started development in the early 2000s, almost totally shut down development until Lennar bought the remaining land and started building again. About 3 years ago, Angeline, a city in the making as they like to call it, got underway. It is another huge, like 6,000 home development. It too will have a lagoon. Spread among those are several smaller communities. Some are single builder communities. And what I mean by that is there is one builder. Lennar Homes in Connerton Crossing is a good example. A couple of hundred homes, very few amenities, lower prices, and no or very small HOA. Most of those communities don't have a CDD. In the middle ground, there are communities like Hillcrest. 3 or 4 builders across the price range from entry-level homes to $1 million homes. Some amenities, pools, clubhouses, fitness centers, pickleball, tennis courts, dog parks, playgrounds, normally, but not always, normally a lower CDD and HOA fee. Hillcrest is one of those. Like I said earlier, Hillcrest is scheduled to have 4 home builders. There's Lennar, Dreamfinders, Taylor Morrison, and Perry Homes. I will touch on each of those, what they're building, I know they're building homes, and their target market in just a minute. Let's talk location and what the heck is around Hillcrest. Looking at a map, the first thing that comes to my mind is that is out in the middle of no man's land. Right now, there isn't much around the area, but give it a couple of years. Hillcrest is about 1.5 miles away from I-75. So getting into Tampa is about 40 minutes. Tampa International is less than 50 minutes. It's not great, but it is definitely doable. But it is not necessary. Downtown Tampa in general has a lot of things going for it. The zoo, the aquarium, performing arts, the Riverwalk, tons of restaurants and nightclubs, but that stuff is not daily needs. Date night, sure. Getting groceries, no. Your normal like daily necessities, food, are a lot closer. Public supermarket, arguably Florida's #1 grocery store, is what? 6 miles away in Morrison? If you need more, you're going to have to drive maybe, 10 miles. Other shopping will be in Wesley Chapel, and depending on what you're looking for, your choices are all over the place. The biggest and closest shopping mall is called the Groves. Outdoor mall, most of them in Florida are outdoor. You have big box stores, one of those theaters where you sit in a big leather reclining chair and they bring the food to you. My son's favorite place to see a movie when he was younger. Plenty of restaurants, nightclubs, things to do, including a really nice brew pub. Just south of that is the Tampa Premium Outlet Mall. Again, hundreds of stores of every type. Restaurants, nightclubs, the Harley dealership. Entertainment includes Top Golf, the Main Event, Advent Health Center Ice. And if that weren't enough, a couple miles east of that is the shops at Wiregrass. More shopping. I mean, there's something like 210 stores, eateries, entertainment. I mean, really, if you can't find something to buy or eat, you may have issues. What you're not likely to find is a large metropolitan area. The closest city, and I'm not sure it would be called a city, it's more like a town, is San Antonio. The population is something like, I think, 7,500 people. It is a small, historic city with a couple of restaurants. Okay, so there's three. Paul and I enjoy all of them as much as possible. We love Pancho's Villa, the Alice Pizza, and IQ Smokehouse. That's very good barbecue. Other than that, and the lumber company, there's not much to San An. The next biggest city is Dade City. That will be on a different video, but it is a very nice, smaller city. Quaint would be the correct word. People ask, what about outdoor activities? And the answer is, this is Florida. What outdoor activity do you want to do? I mean, we don't have downhill skiing, but we do have golf, hiking, biking, canoeing, and kayaking. I mean, there are multiple rivers. Go over to the Wesley Park and have a picnic or hike. Take some mosquito repellent. In case you didn't know, I am a licensed realtor here in Florida. I've helped hundreds of people move into the Bay Area and would enjoy working with you. If you're interested in relocating or just want more information on moving to Florida, call or text me. The number is the same either way, 813-864-6370. I'd be happy to answer any of your questions. Another question I get is, how far from the beach is Hillcrest? And that's a different problem. My suggestion is to go to Mirada or Epperson Ranch. They have white sandy beaches, cabanas, play areas for the kids, a swim-up tiki hut bar and food. The best part is Mirada is, I think, 6 miles away from Hillcrest, Epperson Ranch, maybe 10. I mean, close your eyes, spray some salty water on yourself, and call it even. However, if you have to go to the real beach, be prepared for a day trip, maybe a weekend getaway. Clearwater Beach on a good day, and make that a great day, is 90 minutes. That's with no accidents and not during rush hour. I mean, no accidents. It could happen someday. Huntington Island, which is a beautiful beach, is a little closer, maybe 10-15 minutes closer, is a more natural beach, meaning there are not many restaurants. Stores, I don't remember any stores, and a whole lot fewer people. Let's talk about the builders. Right now, there is one builder with models and a few homes going up. That would be Taylor Morrison Homes. Dreamfinder Homes is finishing up their models, and I would assume they're going to be opening them up sometime later this month, possibly September. The third builder is Perry Homes. They do not have a model, and having worked with Perry Homes in the past, they may not build a model. The last but not least is Lennar Homes. Lennar has not started building anything. Although they will be the primary builder at some point in the future, right now they have very limited information about Hillcrest on their website. Not sure when they'll get started, but I'm sure they will. Of the four builders, Lennar is the entry level. They are a massive builder with dozens of communities around the Tampa area. They have released very little information on what they intend to build in Hillcrest. The only thing they have released is that they will be the Evertide collection of homes. What floor plans they're going to entail has yet to be seen. But based on my past experience, they will be in the high 300s to high 400s on 40 and 50 foot lots. And again, that's a guess. The next builder up the chain, for lack of better words, is Dreamfinders Homes. They are a very nice mid-level builder. They're not really semi-custom builder, but unlike Lennar, they do allow for changes or options to their basic floor plan. In some of the communities, buyers can work with a designer to customize parts of the home. Not all, but some communities. They have not released that much detail, so I cannot say for certain one way or the other about Hillcrest. They have said that their prices will start in the upper 300s. My guess is that that will be the upper 300s. This is just scraping the surface. More than likely, you're going to be looking at closer to 450, maybe 470,000 if you don't make any changes or buy a package home. And when you start making changes, you add dollars to the purchase price by the thousands. I'm going to skip Taylor Morrison for just a minute and talk about Perry Homes. Perry Homes is a custom builder out of Texas. They are building in several communities around the Bay Area. I have worked with them in Brooksville. They build a very unique home, custom built. That means you pick out almost everything that goes in the building, but you will be paying for that ability. They will be building in the preserve section only on 50-foot and 60-foot lots with 15 different models. They will be the only builder in that section. Their homes range from the 2,000 to 4,000 square feet. Prices start in the 600s. That would be the upper 600s. You can get into the millions pretty darn quick. And quite honestly, the homes are beautiful. Some would say stunning. Hey, if you made it this far, you must be getting something out of this video. Go ahead and click that like button. And while you're at it, hit the subscribe button too. Okay, Taylor Morrison. Taylor Morrison is a semi-custom builder here in the Bay Area. They make a beautiful home and are one of my favorite builders to work with. They are building on 40, 50, and 60-foot lots in Hillcrest. The lot size determines which of the 15 floor plans get built on it. Something like this Anastasia would be on a 40-foot lot. At 2,500 square feet, the Anastasia has 4 bedrooms, 3.5 baths, and a 2-car garage. Taylor Morrison is a semi-custom builder. You can make changes, select your tile, kitchen colors, and make it your own. Just keep in mind those changes cost money. Adding an outdoor kitchen to this, and it's a very nice kitchen, will run you about 25 grand extra. On the 60-foot lot, you have something like this Carmel. Let's talk price. The starting price for Taylor Morrison in Hillcrest is about $386,000. That price does not include any changes or upgrades you make. It also does not include the lot premium. I want to stop on that for just a minute. Every lot, regardless of the builder, has an additional premium price. Some are in a couple $1,000s, but they can get near $60,000. Keep that in mind when you're looking at the prices. This model, the Carmel, is currently priced at $1.1 million as it sits. Hillcrest is a 740-acre master planned community. If you've never been to this part of the area, the site is on rolling terrain. No, not mountains, barely hills, but they are hills. Eisenhower Property Group is the developer, the same developer as Two Rivers and several other communities. The plan is to have dedicated acreage, about 200 or so acres, for walking paths through the community. There will be a grand lawn for social events and natural wetlands. Amenities are going to include a community resort-style pool, pickleball, playgrounds, and dog parks. There is a plan for 150,000 square feet for commercial and retail, with another 200,000 square feet of light industrial and office space. Almost all of that will be out on State Road 52. It is sited for 2,400 residential units. That breaks down to 1,800 single-family homes and 600 townhomes. Okay, so let's talk about HOAs and CDDs. The HOA is pretty simple, $75 a month for every home in Hillcrest. The CDD is not that easy. CDD fees are based on the size of the lot. 40-foot lots are $186 per month, 50-foot lots are $231 a month, and 60-foot lots are $278 a month. Okay, the downside, there's always a downside. I saved it to last because it doesn't affect everyone and it changes every year. I'm talking about schools. They're not the best. Quail Hollow Elementary is rated 7 out of 10 by Great School Rating. Cypress Creek Middle School this year is a 6, and Cypress Creek High School this year is a 5 out of 10. There are private and charter schools available, but that's going to involve driving. My take, it is early in the process. I do believe that in 5 or 6 years, that area is going to be built up. They have already started that process with the Pasco Town Center or Double Ranch. It's huge, 965 acre worth of shopping, dining, residential on the southeast side of I-75 and 52. Hospitals are being built in the area, starting with Johns Hopkins Children's just to the south. More will follow. As this develops, prices will increase. Right now, builders are offering some very nice incentives, buying down rates, paying for closing costs. The long and the short of it is, if you're thinking about buying, now would be a great time to get serious. Thanks for watching and see you next time.